Hello everyone. I'm about to make another dish. If this is your first time watching my YouTube video, please like and subscribe. And when you subscribe, click the all, check off all, and it'll give you all notifications. Okay, and thank you for joining me once again. And if it's your first time, thank you. I do appreciate it. Let's help me build my channel. Okay, so now this pan, I'm going to call it just a one pan casserole dish, chicken casserole. It's got chicken broccoli. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, but it doesn't have a name. 1 second. Sorry guys, I wanted to get out my broccoli and I forgot. Okay. So I took out my broccoli. Alright. So. Wait, I forgot. I'm going to change this. Sorry guys. My brain's not thinking. Okay? Move this. Back this up. So you can see. Try to get me and the bowl in here. Alright, so. I already cooked the chicken. I was a step ahead. Cooked the chicken. See, it's all broken up into the bowl. Okay, I used Mrs. Dash as a seasoning. Now the video for this casserole is on my regular page on Facebook, Elizabeth Gibbs, my personal page. Not my content creator page, but my personal page. Okay? There is a group called Facebook Cooks. If you're not a part of it, look it up and join. Get all kinds of recipes. You can post recipes if you have one. Just post. All I ask, you don't have to, but all I ask is if you could. If you make one of those recipes, post a picture in the comments. You can look up a recipe using the magnifying glass tool, and if the recipe's in there, it'll find it. But this one I just seasoned with Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Well, I'm almost out of it, and I figured, let me finish it up. It didn't finish it all up. It's a little tiny bit left. But I wanted to use Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Okay, because there's enough salt in this with the soups and the other stuff I'm going to use that Mrs. Dash is salt-free. So, okay, I cooked the chicken. I started at 20 minutes. I put it on 350, started at 20 minutes. And then I had to cook it for a little while longer after that. So you just watch your chicken and make sure it's done but not dried out. Okay? But I put it on 350, however you want to cook your chicken, or you want to get a whole chicken and just pull the chicken off there. However you want to do it. Because you can do chicken pieces, like cut them up into little pieces, or you can shred your chicken, whatever you want that's going to go in the casserole. Okay? Doesn't matter. Now, according to the casserole, or to the video, it has cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. Okay, one big can of each, but I don't have a big can, so I'm doing 2 cans of each. But I also had a can of, now you may not have seen this, I saw it one time and I decided to buy it, can of half cream of chicken and half cream of mushroom. So I only use 1 cream of chicken and 1 cream of mushroom, and the second 2 cans are going to be the cream of chicken and mushroom. So this being half and half, and the 2 cans being half and half, that'll make 1 can of each, and then add to the other can 1 can of cream of chicken and 1 can of cream of mushroom. That'll make the 2 cans, okay? Unless you have 1 big can of cream of mushroom and cream of chicken, okay? Now, I saw the guy, he's just a guy that gets recipes from somewhere, I don't know, probably like me, but he didn't have a name for it, and didn't give measurements, so there's really not measurements, but he filled the tall can up with 3/4 of water when he was done dumping out the cream of chicken in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill up 1.5 cans, which will equal 3/4 cans. you know. And I'm going to make sure I scrape out my cans because I don't like leaving anything left behind. Waste not, want not. Okay, but right now what I'm going to start out with, let me move my fork and knife, is I'm going to use this. Now, if you've never used it, it's best to cut your chicken up into big chunks and use a big bowl. But if you never use this for your chicken, you can use this on your chicken and it will shred it up in an instant. And you'll have shredded chicken. It's easier than pulling it apart with the 2 forks. Now, when it comes out of a crock pot, if you need to do that, it'll be so much, even 10 times easier, because crock pot makes chicken moist and fall apart. But when you do it in the oven, chicken is good and you can still make it moist, but it's not quite fall apart like in a crock pot. So, we will go ahead and do this. Because when I did it from chicken that was in a crock pot, it shredded up easy. I did it one time from chicken in the oven. It didn't shred up so easy, but I had too small of a bowl. So, we'll see here. Yeah, see, nowhere near as easy as chicken that's fall apart. So let's see. Okay, it's not as good as I wanted. Yeah, this. Sorry guys. Hold on. Yeah, I got some chicken on my phone. So I couldn't. Alright. So far that's what I got. I'm gonna... Not so good. So I'm just going to take a fork and break it up. Yeah, it usually works in an instant. But it does when you take chicken out of... You know how when you cook meat in the crock pot and you cook it for like 7-8 hours, or you cook it for 4 to 6 hours or something if you're doing it on high. You know how you pull meat out the crock pot and it's fall apart. And I've done this way to shred the chicken before, and it shreds it in an instant and it becomes like really shredded. And you can keep doing it the smaller you want it or the more shredded you want it. But when it's regular chicken come out the oven, it doesn't work so well. So you can either try, or you can go the old-fashioned way with 2 forks. I'm just using, my hands are clean, no worries. And it's just me and my husband eating it, so. But still, my hands are clean. I'm just grabbing the little pieces that didn't get shredded. And I'm just pulling it apart with this fork. Okay, my dog's up beside me staring at me because she wants chicken. And remember, you can use as much as you want, but you don't want to overdo the chicken. Like have so much chicken and barely any of the other casserole. Okay? Get down, baby. Yeah, she's trying to... She put her paws up. Now, the oven was set for 350 for the chicken to cook. Turned it up to 375 because the casserole is goes in at 375. Okay? Alright, that's good enough. You got a couple big chunks, it'll be okay. Okay? Okay. See? That's some of it. Alright. So, got that. Alright. So now, sorry, get this rice out the way. Now, the rice, in the video, he used brown rice just to be healthier. Not that there's not a lot of salt in the cream of chicken and cream of mushrooms, so I don't know how healthy that is, but still good. But, and he used minute rice. And it goes in for $3.75 for 30 minutes. Okay, so maybe, because I did a recipe before, it was a casserole. It was something totally different, but it had rice in it. And the rice did not cook. I put it in extra time, but I could not put it in anymore because it would have burnt and dried it out because all the liquid was gone. So I figured the next time I do that, I'm going to do either half-cooked rice or fully cooked rice and put it in there. So that's what I was worried about in this recipe. Now I'm figuring they probably cooked because he did minute rice. But I don't have minute rice, so I'm doing regular rice. So he put 2 cups from the box, so I did 2 cups. I cooked my rice. Okay. I cooked my rice. So I'm going to put it in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is, I wanted a big bowl to see if I could shred the chicken. Okay. But in the casserole dish, I'm going to start out with the cream of chicken and the water, and then I stir it up. But I was going to stir it up in a bowl, but then with the seasoning, like, okay, we're going to use taco seasoning. Okay, 1 pack, which is, I think, 3 tablespoons or 6 teaspoons. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to use 1 pack of Sanzone Goya. Okay, this packet. I use it mostly to put in my rice when I want to try my rice color. I've never really used it in anything else. And this will be a first. So, but he just sprinkled the taco seasoning on top of the cream of chicken and stuff, and then he put some minced onion. And then he put the chicken, and then he put the Sanzone Goya packet. Okay? Then added some broccoli, and then added some cheese. But none of that got mixed up. Now the seasoning, I would think you want it mixed up. So I'm going to do it a little different than the video. I'm going to take cream of chicken and water, get it good and mixed up, taco seasoning, the minced onion, the Sanzone, the chicken, all that. And I'm going to mix it all together and then mix in the broccoli. And then I'm going to dump it into the casserole dish and then top it off with cheese. Then cook it for 30 minutes at 375. So I'm going to mix everything together and then dump it in there. Okay? Should come out the same. I just sprinkling it on top and not having it mixed doesn't seem like it gets mixed through. It's just big bunch of seasoning right on top that browns up. I don't know. It just doesn't. It just seems weird to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. Okay? But I need to have a big bowl. My big, huge red bowl that I have, it is super huge. I think that's too big. So I'm going to use this bowl. This is the next one. So I have another one. This one. I thought about putting the chicken in here, but I thought it'd make a bigger mess if I try to use that thing to break up the chicken. So I'm going to dump the chicken in here. And, okay. Get it out the way. Okay. I keep finding chicken everywhere. And I'm going to go ahead and rinse this bowl out. I'm going to rinse this bowl out. I'll wash it later. It's just chicken. That's all it is. So, and chicken's going back in here once I get, so. I'm just going to rinse it out. Okay, rinse it out, and I'm going to get some paper towels. Because I thought about this later, because I wanted to use the other bowl for the chicken, but I was like, no, the chicken's going to splat everywhere. But now I know for next time that that thing does not really work for chicken. But when you do like chicken that has fallen apart in a crock pot or in a pan of water or however you, if the chicken's falling apart, that moist and it's falling apart when you try to pick it up, then it will shred easy with that. But not from the oven. Okay. I just wanted to dry it. Okay, so now I'm going to start out with, and I'm going to get a whisk. The guy used like a spatula or something to try to mix the water and the cream of chicken and mushroom, but it didn't seem like it was mixing well. So cream of chicken and cream of mushroom, one each, and then you got cream of mushroom and chicken. 2 of those. That should make 2 cans of cream of mushroom, 2 cans of cream of chicken. Okay? You can do it that way, or you can get 1 big can of cream of chicken, 1 big can of cream of mushroom. Or you can just straight up use 2 cans of cream of chicken. But I had the cream of mushroom chicken thing. Okay? Alright. So, the spoon I have, I rinsed it. It's sitting in the sink. I had it for, I measured some salt into my rice when I went to cook it. So that's, okay. Use that 1 can to put the lids in. Okay, now I'm opening the second. Well, what was the first one? The first one was cream of mushroom chicken. Oh, here's the other cream of mushroom chicken. It don't matter what order you put them in. Okay. Shake it out, shake it out. Woo. Shake it out. Okay. All right, let's go for the 3rd can. Cream of mushroom seems to come out a little easier. Yeah. Okay. I got almost every bit of it out. Probably a little more might come up when I mix the water in with it. Okay. This cream of chicken came out looking like thickened pudding. See? Looks like thickened pudding. But okay, and you know, I'll have to figure it out later. I don't know. I guess I have to get better recording equipment, or if I record it from my computer and download it on my computer and then upload it to YouTube from my computer. Because you can see me, but you can't see, like, if I have the bowl like this, all you see is the spoon that's, you really, if I put it back further, you might see a little bit of the bowl, but when they're recording, you can actually see the casserole dish or the bowl they're mixing in, you could see you could see them and the bowl they're mixing in, or the pan they're cooking in on the stove. Now, some people may not show themselves, they'll just show the pan they're mixing stuff in. Like this guy, he didn't show himself till the end. But, you know, you can see them and the bowl that they're mixing with or whatever. So, okay, so now let's see. I said 1.5, so let's get 1.5. I'm gonna do cold water. Okay. Because you don't want it too much water, and then when you go into the casserole, it's majorly watery at the bottom, but you don't want not enough where, you know, it's not moist, you know. Okay? So, 1.5. Let's see. I'm just going to use this to kind of scrape and stir. And then 1 can I may pour into one of my other cans to get some stuff out of there too. My last can has all the lids in it. I may dump the lids so I can pour in that can too, because I want to get all the stuff out. So I'm kind of mixing the water in the can. Okay. Okay. Okay, so pour that in there. Okay. Now this last can, but sorry, just the water was a little high. Okay, so put the spoon in the sink. Yeah, I hate just putting a spoon that has a bunch of stuff on it. I like to rinse it. So I'm going to take the lids to the things. I'm going to take it out of this can. So I can dump the water in that can and do the same thing. I didn't think about that. I would have just dumped them straight into the trash. Okay. Okay. And I don't mean to get out of frame, but every once in a while I might dump, or I might have to bring the trash over, but my trash needs dumping in it. But I gotta get stuff off the counter. I don't have big counter space. I can't just. Okay. So that's taken care of. I don't want to stir it with that. Oh, I'm gonna use my spatula, my whisk, and I'm gonna mix up the soups, the cream and chicken and mushroom soups with the water. Get it all good and mixed up, and then I'll mix the rest of the stuff in there. My husband just got home. Let's get it all good and mixed up. It's easier with a whisk. I use spatula. He mixed it up in the casserole dish, which I could have, but I wanted to do it separate. Now, if it looks like it's getting, because the bowl looks like 3/4 full, If it's getting too full and I don't think I can fit anything else in there, I'll dump it in the casserole dish and add the rest of the stuff and mix it in there. Okay? See, it's getting good. Okay. Now, when he did the taco seasoning in the Zandon, he took the pack and he just sprinkled it all across the top evenly, but it never got mixed, and I feel like it would be better if it was mixed. So, and then he did minced onions. He just sprinkled them across the top as well. There's my daughter's boyfriend here. But, yeah, he just sprinkled it across the top, but I want it mixed in, so. And that wasn't a measurement, it was just sprinkled across the top, so as much as you want or none of it if you don't want it. Okay. So that's looking good. Okay, got that all mixed up. Okay. So, the next, well, really, this time it really don't matter if you go in the same exact order that he did it, because I'm mixing it all in. But I'm going to go with the taco seasoning. Alright, let me... Hold on, guys. I gotta open it. It's a brand new one. Sorry, the thing you pop in right there looks like it's breaking off. And I don't want it to fall into my... Can you give me some tweezers? I don't want it to fall. Never mind, I got it. I got it, peoples. I was actually going to use tweezers since they were little, but I got it. Got it. Okay, so. Because the last time I looked up, it was, I think it was a bench, something, but they're all, those packets are all like 3 tablespoons or 6 teaspoons. So. And my daughter's boyfriend. Okay. Now after each addition, I think he's leaving. He just came in to say hi. Because he's leaving to go home because my daughter is going to be coming home soon. Yes, they don't usually come over on a Thursday. This is Thursday. I wasn't going to mention it, but yeah, it's Thursday. I usually cook on a Friday, but it's for me and my husband. Tomorrow my daughter is moving. She's still working, so she's not starting her move till after work, but so I think I'm not going to cook because nobody's going to come over here. They all got to do the move. So I'm going to do it today, Thursday. So today is Thursday. I'll try to upload the video. Tomorrow's Saturday. It might be Saturday because tomorrow got a few things to do before my daughter gets off work, and then I'm going to help her move a little bit. Okay. So, you know, when you have the cream of chicken and cream of mushroom and you add taco seasoning, it turns into a color that almost looks like the color of like Thousand Island dressing. It doesn't have that consistency quite, but it looks like the coloring of it. See? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so. Alright, and then after that, they had put the minced onions, I think. Before or after the chicken, it don't really matter. So, I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle some minced onions. Let me see. Not coming out fast enough for me. I say that, and then when I use the other side, it's going to come pouring out. Watch, I'm trying to be careful. Okay, that's good enough. Okay? I just put about that much. Okay? Whatever you like. You know, the video shows it sprinkling it all across the top of the casserole dish, but I don't have it in the casserole dish. And I just didn't like the way it didn't all, the seasonings didn't get mixed up. He just sprinkled it on top and let it go. I'd rather have the chicken mixed in and the broccoli, and he sprinkled he used a whole pack of broccoli. It looked like maybe a 12-ounce pack. I wasn't sure, but you know, but I'm just put whatever. Or I might put it in the casserole dish and then put the broccoli on top and sprinkle it all across, because I've got a big bag. And then mix it in the casserole dish. That way it's easier. I think that I'll do that. That way it won't overdo it in the bowl. Plus I can see how much will fit in the casserole dish, you know. Okay. Oh, the rice went in after the cream of chicken and stuff. And then the seasonings, so it don't matter. It said 2 cups of rice, so we're going to go for it. You know, it was not cooked rice, but I left a tiny bit in the pan. It's going to be hard to mix it up because it's cooked rice instead of just uncooked rice, but from my experience with my last recipe that I did, different recipe, but it had uncooked rice in there. It did not even cook. I think I had to put it in the oven for an hour, and the rice still wasn't all the way done. So I went almost to an hour and a half, and it still was a little hard. So, and this one, I think maybe he had it cooked because, well, I mean, in the other one, the lady said she said she'll start at an hour, but it wasn't done, so she went to an hour and a half. And in the video, when she tasted it, she didn't say nothing, but she said it was good, but it didn't work for me. So next time, I still like that recipe, and I'm going to do it. But I'm going to use either at least halfway cooked or pre-cooked. So there we go with that. Okay. All right, so that's mixed in. So let's get this chicken. See, I told you it was going to be too much. It was going to fill the bowl. So once I mix the chicken in, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I've got to put the Sazon seasoning in. I'll just sprinkle that on top once I put this in there. Okay. All right, let's see. See, so far we got that. It's got the rice and the chicken, the taco seasoning, the minced onion. So it's just 1 packet of taco seasoning, 1 packet of Sazon. Unless you're doing a whole lot more. But this seems like a lot anyways. So I'm going to, it does not say, I probably don't have to spray the pan because it's got all this liquid on the bottom. I mean, it's got all this soupy stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour it. Let's see, let me turn it. The pan is right there. Sorry if you see my back. Just trying to scoop it in there. Now once I get the bowl out the way, I'll bring the casserole dish back over there where I was and do my thing. Okay. The whisk doesn't scrape well, so I'm going to use a spoon. Well, actually, maybe I'll use that spatula that I used to stir the water in the... See, I have a bigger one, but this is from my mini kit, but I already used it, so instead of getting another spatula, see? Spatulas scrape real good in bowls and stuff. Sorry if you see my back. Just for a second while I scrape the rest of this out of the bowl. Okay. And I got some stuff on my hand, so I'm just rinsing my hands because I got some of that chicken mixture on there. Okay, I'm just filling up one of my bowls. Okay, so let me kind of leveling it out, and I'm bringing it back here. So let me turn that around. See? I got that. Okay. Okay. So, let me get see what I did with it. Oh, it's in here. Okay, I'm gonna just use the spatula to kind of spread it out. Even though I'm gonna end up stirring it again. Oh, I should have kept the whisk. I just put it in water, but I'm gonna use it. Okay, so now we're going for the Sazon Goya, and you can find this in the aisle with the Spanish food or the Goya stuff, or yeah. Okay, I should have just opened one corner, but I didn't. Okay, sprinkle it. Okay, got it all on there, but I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up. I'm using this spatula. It's kind of working, but it wasn't looking like it was working as well as it should have with the cream and chicken and mushroom and water when the guy was doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the whisk again to make sure I get it fully mixed up. And then when I use the spatula thing when I do the broccoli, because I don't want the whisk to break up the broccoli. Let me see, get it all mixed in there. Okay. Okay. I can't turn this around like I said, but let me see. Humor Brown, she's trying to get her toy. Let me just get... that toy. You open it, put treats in it, and she rolls it around and the treats fall out for her. So, she was looking at me because she, I don't know, didn't want to go under the chair, or I don't know. Okay, so, make sure I got everything in here. Alright, I do. Just to add the broccoli, and then once I mix the broccoli in, I'll add I'll sprinkle cheese on top, and then in the oven it goes. So, this is broccoli cuts. So, it would have been better if they were really small. Let me get it spread out because I don't want to overdo the broccoli. I didn't want to overdo like the rice, the broccoli, or the chicken. Break it up. Oops. I think that may be enough. Let me see. Sorry guys, we're just closing it up. Alright, let me see. Okay. Broccoli on top. Alright, now just mixing it around in there. And then I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll sprinkle the cheese on top. You can use any cheese you want. Okay? So there's no specific cheese. The guy used some kind of, and it was a new cheese to me. It was Parmesan cheddar or something like that, like cheddar. Maybe it said Parmesan on the bag, But he said Parmesan cheddar. Maybe it was cheddar and Parmesan mixed. I don't know. Something like that. And it sounds pretty good. But okay. Okay, so you can do like one. This is a lot. So 1.5 to 2 cups of rice. I still got about that much of a rice that I didn't put in there because it looked like it was getting to be a lot. So maybe 1.5 would be better. Because he put 2 cups of the dry right before it was cooked. So, but you know, you can do, if you're going to do a smaller casserole, you know, you can do 1 cup of rice, 1 piece of chicken, or leftover chicken you have, just a little bit of broccoli, or you can use another vegetable. You don't have to use broccoli. You can use peas and carrots. You can use mixed vegetables. Oh, mixed vegetables sound good in here. But, you know, whatever vegetable you want, you know, you can adjust the rice amount. You can, you know, whatever you like. And when it comes to the taco seasoning and the sazon, it's 1 pack of each. I mean, if you're making less, you know, you can do half a packet of each. It's up to you how strong you want the taco sauce or the sazon. Or you can even do more than 1 pack if you want. Or if you're making more. Okay? Now, see? This is about a 9 by 13. Not as big as the foil pans I was using in some of my other videos. But, yeah, it's pretty big. So, 1 pack was for that, about that size. Okay, so now let me get the cheese. Did not want the cheese sitting out. I have cheese, cheddar cheese. I also have Mexican blend. I was thinking about mixing them up. I like them to be incorporated together. So, when I mix cheeses, I like to have them all mixed, like in a bowl and mixed up together, instead of just putting one on top of the other. That way you get the flavor all the way through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a handful of both cheeses in a bowl, and I'm going to mix them together, and then I'll sprinkle it right over. Okay, and then I'll do a little bit more if that doesn't seem to be enough, but it should. But some people like a lot of cheese, and people don't like too much cheese. You know? And you know, I've got, from today, it's 2 weeks and 3 days before I'm moving, so I don't want to have too much, I don't want to have any cheese left, though I would give it to my daughter, but if I need any cheese and this is gone before, then I'll just get a small little pack. Okay, so it's all mixed together. So now I'm going to sprinkle it on top. My dog's staring at me because she loves cheese. So if I happen to drop any cheese while I'm trying to sprinkle it, she'll eat it up. Okay? And usually while it's cooking, I'll do some cleanup. So just, yeah, just about the right amount. Perfect. Not too much, not too little. Okay. Now, because I went over the video a couple times just to make sure I got it right, because I can't look at it. My daughter saw and brought back my computer, because I've been using my computer for looking at the recipes so I can record on my phone. But once I get settled in my new place, what I might do is, if I record on my computer, which I got to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I'm not, or I could go, well, no, because, you know, here I'm just recording on my camera. On the computer, I don't know. But You know, but then I would have to upload it from my computer, which is not a big deal. So that's taken care of. Let me show you what it looks like. Take that off, actually. It might be easier if I do it this way. See it? Let's get it up a lot higher. Sorry. I just wish this would turn around like it does in a live video. I can just flip it. But I'll eventually get something better so this doesn't happen. But I'm working on it. So that, I will show you a plate of it, and I'll show you what it looks like inside when I dig into it. And I will taste it for you. Okay? Now when I saw the video, I don't think I saw him covered in foil. I'm just trying to remember. That's the one thing I was. I'll have to double check. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the oven. My husband's going to put it in there for me. All right, so there it is. Back it up some. Okay. There it is. Okay. Sorry. Okay. There it is. Looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and plate it. Actually, it's going to go in a bowl. Usually goes in a bowl when it's something like this. If it's not like a meat and then a side dish and then a vegetable, that goes on a plate. But it's just something like that. It'll go in a bowl. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna scoop it out. Then I'll show you guys what it looks like, kind of like on the inside of the. Sorry guys, it was going down the bowl. Like I said, my other bowls, I always make my husband's first. But since that's the one I plated, I take it. So I'll take a bite for you guys. See? Can you all see that? Let's get it. Yep. That's what it looks like inside. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take a bite of it and let y'all know. Tastes really good. But it could be a little warmer. So just double check it when it comes out. You may need an extra 5 or 10 minutes or so. But depending on your oven. Alright, and if this is your first time watching, please subscribe and check off the all so you can get all notifications. Like and share. You don't have to share every video you see, just one here and there so other people can see. Alright? And if you have any suggestions on my video or anything I did good, you can comment. Or if you've tried this, you can comment. Let me know how it came out for you. Alright? I will talk to you guys later. And see you, and I thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you guys, and have a positive rest of your week and weekend. All right, And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.